guys, to Public Diversion. We are a YouTube channel / podcast. My name is Chris. Over there, that's Ben, the big guy. And over there, that light-skinned brother, that's Trevor. We talk about sports. We talk about the greatest TV shows, the latest movies. We talk about life. And at the end, we give you our drink recommendations. Every week, we take a drink and we tell you what we think of it. So if you like topics like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you can get the latest updates every week.
Hit that bell.
Every week. So first off, we had a major game yesterday. We had a major game. Who are you guys going for? Like, who are you going for?
Oh, between Stanford and Arizona?
No, no, I didn't watch that game.
That was the best game the last couple of days, but yeah. Man,
well, tell me about that one. Tell me about that one because I didn't watch it.
Oh, the women's game 2 days ago went right down to the buzzer. Pretty much the last minute was about the best part of it. And Arizona had a chance to win. They missed a layup, and then one of the girls grabbed the offensive rebound, put a hit hit the back of the rim, and then clank, she just missed it. Point blank. And no?
No.
Oh no, that was the other game. That was the Final Four game. This was the one where she shot the.
This was Ari. Ari had the ball. They had time left.
Yeah. There you go.
After that turnover, because they forced a shot clock violation, and they inbounded it from half court. And Ari,
that's right.
1 foot flat, so it's like her taking it on. But right when she attacked, they legit. It was like a soft quadruple team.
Yeah.
I don't know if she could see over it because she's a shorter player.
Oh, she's short.
But the whole plan was I was gonna say she got us there. I'm a U of A fan, so it's like she got us there. She was gonna be the one to shoot that last shot, no matter what. And that's what it felt like, a very Kobe-esque type play. So she just did like a turnaround on these players that are converging on her. She did have a girl wide open on the baseline, but I don't even know if she could have saw it at that point. But it was like she's already committed to shooting it.
Yeah.
And she almost hit it. It was a little long.
That's right. That's a off.
Yeah,
and so they lost off of her shot. They lost.
Yeah,
off of her
but
shot.
they were only down by one. My gripe was they didn't have a solid play off of screens to get her a little more free and then clear out so she could attack the basket. Because being smaller, draw the contact and try to put it up.
Okay, coach.
But you know what I mean? And she was having success throughout the whole tournament doing so. So, and she could finish around the basket too, but she just didn't do that.
Yeah.
But I can't blame her for shooting it because she's the very reason why they made it that far.
Oh, yeah. Well, you always have to trust your best player. Like, you win and you die by your best player. So,
yeah.
But I'm not going to say it didn't hurt.
Yeah.
When she missed it.
Did you have any money on it, Ben?
No. I honestly didn't even know what was happening. I just started watching it around the fourth quarter. Obviously, I got my games mixed up. One I was talking about was in the Final Four when they played against
UConn.
UConn, against UConn.
Yes, I hate UConn is the Duke. UConn is the Duke of female basketball.
Well, we didn't have to worry about Duke with the men's. We had two other teams in Gonzaga. Well, I actually on the Gonzaga game, it's not like I felt like with that game, I wanted them to, and I was a UCLA fan, so I was kind of butthurt that they beat us. But I wasn't shocked that Gonzaga lost because of how close the UCLA game was. Like, because that was a closer game, I wasn't quite shocked if they were to lose to Baylor, because I thought, I think the spread, Ben, for the Gonzaga game was like at one point it reached to like 15 points. I read
for UCLA and Gonzaga, I think it closed at 14.
So like they were expected to be blown out, and they got a close game. So it's like when you play a team like Baylor, that's to me, it's like they were at a whole nother level. Their pacing was at a whole nother level. It was, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, by the time it closed, it was the highest point spread for a Final Four game between two teams.
Oh, really?
So everybody expected Gonzaga just to come in and just blow out the Bruins, but man, that game was just so good. It came down every second of it. You were on the edge of your seat, waiting to see what was going to happen next. And the guard for UCLA. Man, what's his name?
Marley, Bob Marley, son, Ziggy Marley.
Not Tiger. Not Tiger. The other kid, Mexican kid.
Juarez.
Wakas. I like
Wacas.
Jaime.
Yeah, Jaime, man. That kid can play. That kid can absolutely play. But Suggs and the shooter for
Gonzaga.
Man, they just
Ayayi.
so close.
I can't say
Ayayi.
Ayayi.
Yeah.
I always say that wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. And then UCLA had their big guy number 2. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He played Tim so well, the post player. Timmy for Gonzaga.
It's hard for me to even hear that name and take it seriously. I automatically go to South Park.
Yeah, me too. That's what I was saying. I got my parents that last night. My parents were saying it. My dad was like, Timmy the whole time.
But that dude's good. Timmy, he's legit. He's legit. Like, you know.
He'll be solid on the bench for an NBA team somewhere.
Oh, for sure. What did you guys think of the Baylor game though? With that,
they were playing Baylor. Man, they have a bunch of football players who play basketball.
They are big, yeah.
Bullies. Yeah. I loved it, but I couldn't help but root for them because it just, I don't know. It just the way that they play was fun, aggressive. They're all diving for loose balls.
You're rooting for Baylor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And plus, I've always liked kind of like the underdog, even though they weren't real underdogs. No. But I like the way that they play. They play with heart nonstop, and they were just overwhelming. And I don't think Gonzaga is used to playing like that.
But you didn't want the fairy tale story, like Gonzaga, the undefeated. I think Ben, they hadn't been undefeated for like 30 years almost. Nobody's been undefeated, right?
Yeah, since Indiana in the 70s was the last undefeated team to win a championship.
Yeah, like I kind of wanted the fairy tale.
No.
Yeah, it'd been nice. Mark Cuso hasn't won his championship yet either, so that would have been nice to Gonzaga to win their first one. But Baylor just came out on fire.
Yeah,
that kid Mitchell is going to do some damage in the NBA. I feel.
Yeah, he is.
He's really good. He can make his own shot. He can get to the bucket and he can hit the 3 and make that extra pass too. So I think he's going to be a fantastic player.
Did you have any money on that one, Ben?
No, I didn't bet anything on that game.
Man, you're letting me down, Ben. You got to give some picks.
I know.
It might have to be off the record because his wife might not like him placing too many bets. So it's like, nah.
I just don't have anywhere to do it here in California. We need to pass that law already so we get some bets starting to get made.
Dang. But, you didn't even have any DraftKings lineups or nothing?
No, I just couldn't get a handle on that game. I couldn't figure out which way to go with it, and I had a feeling Gonzaga might come out and have just an absolute horrible first half, which they did, just because of just have a letdown off of just the high experience that they had beating the Bruins.
Yeah.
But Gonzaga has had multiple games where they were down 10 points or more, and they came back and won those games. It's just Baylor is just different from all those other teams they played against.
Different animal.
They're more athletic.
It's one thing doing it against their weak conference that they play in, and it's another thing to do it against teams that are, ranked right behind you in the top 25.
Yeah. No, that's intense. That's intense. But anyway, I mean, they were good games. I mean, it was a fun weekend. It was a fun weekend to watch.
That UCLA game. UCLA Gonzaga is one of the best college basketball games I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, I can't pinpoint a specific game, but I just remember because I haven't been actually following college basketball in a minute. But like when I watched in prime, I don't know. There was something for me when I used to watch the UCLA of the Flalu, Jordan Farmar, Kevin Love, and there's a Mexican dude, big guy with funky face. Forgot his name.
Mata.
Diego Mata. I used to actually play ball with him. I would see him at LA Fitness. I don't know, that generation of UCLA to me, there was something about their games that was more explosive to me because I felt like they had better outside threats. Just better all around games. So I don't know. Like even though I liked watching this game, it just didn't do it for me personally. But
because you're watching a team that wasn't as talented.
Yeah.
They're a great team. and they worked together well, and they played hard and played for each other. So it worked.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I found myself rooting for them. It's well known that I don't like UCLA because they bear down. U of A.
Just a hater.
Till I die.
You're just a hater.
No, I just said I was cheering for him.
I know.
But I'm a U of A fan. I was always since Stoudemire and Khalid Reeves days. So I'm loyal to them. And
don't age yourself.
Yeah. But I don't care. So, but like I was rooting for all the Pac-12.
Yeah.
I always, because I hate that East Coast bias. There's certain people here who love Duke, and I think they're overrated. So I like to see Pac-12 succeed. So that's why I was cheering for UCLA to win.
That Suggs shot was really good, but it has nothing on the Christian Laettner catch and turnaround shot over Kentucky in '92.
Yeah, but Kentucky wasn't that great. Mashburn made them great, but it wasn't like they did it against a great team. Duke was rated higher, and they should have won that game easily, but they didn't because
just
that's
like
what
Gonzaga.
Duke is. Overrated.
Just like Gonzaga.
Do you guys think that shot was lucky, or do you guys think there was some sort of like skill involved there?
Who's?
Half and half.
You think
Gonzaga's or
Gonzaga?
For Suggs.
For Suggs, the game winner.
Well, Bank is always luck, but he still shot it, so I'm gonna give him credit. I'm gonna give him credit for it because it was a shot. It wasn't a shot put. It wasn't.
Yeah, no, it was pretty.
He shot
yeah,
the ball.
It was a shot. It was a shot, not like a throw. But I mean, banks are closed on Sundays, so. But whatever. Well, we had other great basketball. I wouldn't even say it great, so I take that back. Let me take that back. But we had other basketball news this weekend when LeBron released the trailers for Space Jam. So what did you guys watch that? What did you guys compared to when's the last time you guys saw the original Space Jam? Like I want to say 5 years ago for me, maybe.
Sounds about right for me too. I know it pops up on TV every now and then.
10 years ago or so, I don't know.
10 years when it came out, when it came out in theaters,
almost. Yeah.
And so I haven't even watched it, but what do you guys think about that whole scenario about LeBron doing a Space Jam film in the first place? Like,
go ahead, Trevor. You get some this one.
I have a lot to say about it, but
I don't. Either way, I'm not gonna go pay for it. It don't matter. It's a kids movie. It might be fun with all the Easter eggs that are in it this time around, as opposed to before, because they'll have a lot of random famous people because they associated with digital world. But I don't care. Like, it's not going to be a good movie regardless. The first one sucked. So okay. The only thing that was great about the first one was the Monstars and the theme song that we used for warm-ups basketball team in high school. hit him high, hit him high, hit him low, hit him low. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm just thinking you better top that soundtrack. That's all.
It. Like, so if the soundtrack is good, you're okay with it? It doesn't bother you that, like, were you a Jordan fan in the first place or not?
Wow, you just said that right now?
I can't ask Ben. Obviously, he named his son.
I was the Jordan fan.
I don't know.
Like, yeah. So I have his jerseys.
And that doesn't bother you? I don't know. It bothers me.
Why? Because it sucked. The movie sucked.
Still, it's like, okay, so LeBron.
Is Bill Murray going to be in it?
Make your own movie. Make your own movie.
Bill Murray's not in it, so it's not going to be as good.
Who is it?
Bill Murray.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, well, he's a kid.
Hey, you never know with Bill Murray. He just might show up out of nowhere.
Yeah, that would make me happy.
He does that.
But they put Don Cheadle in it as like the main villain when it was like a Danny DeVito looking cartoon before.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. It's a cartoon and it's Looney Tunes. I didn't like Looney Tunes as a kid, so it doesn't translate.
Oh man.
Outside of Tasmanian Devil.
I like Bugs Bunny. I used to like Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner.
I grew up on the Looney Tunes.
I could tell.
So then, Ben, tell me what you think about the whole thing.
Well, I'm not a big fan of the second one. I love LeBron, but I don't know about the second movie doing Space Jam. Like, I agree with you, kind of, Chris. Just do your own thing. Try to figure out something. But maybe there'll be an appearance from Bill Murray. Maybe there'll be an appearance from Michael Jordan. You never know what's going to happen in this one. But yeah, like you said, Trevor, the best thing about this movie might just end up being the Easter eggs.
Yeah.
But as for saying the first one sucked, I think that's blasphemy right there.
I think so too. I mean, I would. Okay, so if I'm not gonna, it's not Oscar worthy. Obviously, I'm not gonna like put it up for an Academy Award or anything. But it's not meant for
it's
that.
like you said, it's a kids movie. But I grew up on. I still watch the Looney Tunes on that HBO Max. You can find old school Looney Tunes cartoons on there all over the place, and they're just so.
I bet you do.
So dummy, or so funny.
Didn't they cancel Pepe Le Pew?
I think so.
Yeah. This one, but I'm talking about the old school stuff with Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and Foghorn Leghorn.
You mean when Bugs Bunny was in blackface?
Huh? Well, no, it's actually like Bugs Bunny is like he had a lot of racist stuff. In my history class, when I teach it, I show a lot of old Bugs Bunny cartoons because they use it to send political messages. They use it a lot, like making fun of the Japs during the war and stuff like that. In the German cartoons, like they used Looney Tunes to send a lot of political message. They have Donald Duck and I forgot what it was. It was during World War II. He was making fun of Hitler, but it's Donald Duck and I can't remember the name. But it was crazy, and I never knew that before I actually taught that they actually used Looney Tunes to send political messages because it was a kids show. I would have never thought that you would like. Even care to that, but
really, that's how you start propaganda is get it to the kids, so when they grow up, they have that mind state, that mentality.
But I'm saying I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it until I was an adult. Like looking back in retrospect, I caught it. But
you really never noticed that stuff till later. But as for the first one, I think the first one was very entertaining and good. It just had its moments. It was a kids movie. I mean, when I watched it, I was like in 6th grade or 7th grade. So, and one thing.
No, you weren't.
It came out in 94, 95, right?
No.
Man, you guys like to age yourself.
Why was it the theme song for the basketball team if it was in 94?
I don't know. Chris, can you look it up? What year?
You were in high school, man.
Let me look that up. He was a grown ass man. He was at work. He was at work when it came out.
I think I was in
you were working at Papa John's. Chris, can you fact check this?
96. November 15th, 1996.
Thank you.
I was still in junior high.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was in high school in 97, 98, 99.
Dude, you're a year before me. My freshman year is 94, 95 when the Raptors and the Grizzlies were expansion teams.
I don't even know. You guys age yourself.
Oh, sorry, 95, 96.
I was just born in 2001, so.
Yeah, I was in 8th grade when that movie came out then.
No, you weren't. You're a year younger than me. I was in high school.
Yeah, I know. If you're a freshman in 9th grade, then I was in 8th grade in junior high school.
No, I wasn't. No, 90. You said it came out in 96?
I want to hear you guys argue about.
I was 15.
What year?
Whatever.
I win. That's what I do. I win.
This whole thing was the fact, like, it's also funny to me that I thought that, like, I remember hearing when they were first filming it, like Harden, Curry, and like Westbrook, a bunch of stars didn't want to be in LeBron's film, and so I just found that interesting, and I don't even know who. I think Anthony Davis is in the second one, right?
It's Anthony Davis, Thompson, Klay Thompson, Damian Lillard.
Oh, really? Damian Lillard. Okay, so that's a big name.
Yeah, Taurasi, and I can't remember who the 5th person is.
Yeah, there's one more female.
That's not bad. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
One more WNBA player, but I can't remember who it is off the top of my head.
Because even Michael Jordan didn't get the top stars in his time. Like he didn't get the top.
Well, I mean, Barkley and Ewing were pretty high, but Larry Johnson's about mid-tier, and then
Muggsy Bogues.
Tom Bradley was on the bottom.
Yeah,
but I think Muggsy Bogues was a good spot for that.
But Grandmama at the time, though, that was the shit, though. He was up there.
Yeah,
he had the best commercials. Well, until Penny came around with his little Penny, it was all about Grandmama. Yeah, they. Hopefully. Oh yeah, Bradley. That sucks. What happened to him?
Yeah,
but
that sucked.
Yeah,
that was good. Well, also, like, we also had a great weekend. I mean, it was Easter weekend. I don't know how you guys did. Anything happen for you guys this weekend? Anything whatsoever? I know I had it well with family. It was a traditional, nothing necessarily spoil. That's a lie. How do I say that it's not special when I got to spend my first Easter with my nephew?
Yeah.
Ben's son. So my bad. That was great. That was great. Best Easter ever. Best Easter ever.
Keep saying it.
Yeah, best Easter ever. How about you, Trev?
Well, I just basically ate and drank with the parents, so it was cool. It was chill, fun like usual. Watched all the games. I love having parents that like watching the superhero stuff and all the sports events. So like that's all we did all weekend, which was dope.
So you saved Falcon Winter Soldier to watch it with your parents?
No, I didn't save anything. I rewatched stuff.
Oh, you rewatched it?
Yeah, that's what you meant. You rewatched it with them.
They haven't seen certain things, and they'll save stuff like I saw the Snyder Cut with my parents because they hadn't seen that, and I introduced them to Titans because we already ran through everything else. So because they don't know about the other shows that are on HBO Max, so we watched Titans. So I got them hooked on that. My mom was looking at me like, "What? This is a kid? It used to be a kids' cartoon?"
Yeah.
Because you know how depressing Titans show is.
Yeah.
Like for all of them, and it's only getting worse.
Oh yeah.
So you rewatched the whole 4 hours of the Snyder Cut with them?
Yeah.
Damn, that's heavy.
So my dad saw the original, so he's like, "Oh, this is a lot better than the first one that we saw."
You did think?
Which is good to hear from him. He only fell asleep once. Because he's the type who always falls asleep or walks out the room to go do something. So since it was later, he just like dozed off, but he was back engaged in the show when he woke up.
Hey,
it's a long movie, man.
Yeah,
it's a long. Yeah, that's what I was saying, man.
That's why
I could barely survive it. I don't understand how. I can't see how your parents, or even if I watched it with my dad, how he would survive it.
And the fact that you rewatched it in the first place, I can't see myself wanting. I'm not saying it was a terrible movie because to me it wasn't. It was a good movie, but I can't see myself wanting to watch it again for 4 hours. I don't see that happening. But it's different. You're with your parents, I guess.
Yeah, and then if you think about it, it's entertaining enough to watch again. It's not horrible. And there's things that you miss the first time sometimes. And then what else is there? I watched everything else.
Yeah.
What am I gonna watch?
But I'm surprised you didn't have him watch Falcon Winter Soldier. I mean, I don't know. I like the show.
It's a binge watching show, and there's not that deep enough to like get through yet. So, and I've seen it enough times and have info on that and notes.
Well, all right. So let me hear it. Let me hear it. Let me hear what you got. I got notes too. I got all these. No, I just like.
Okay. So we're getting into the Falcon Winter Soldier stuff.
Yeah, give me the breakdown.
Okay, I don't have the complete breakdown. I didn't do that, but I just found some interesting stuff, like the fact that the Zemo breakout. That even though he has the issue with him, that he was so quick to jump ship. So I get he has a task. He needs to take care of things, and Zemo has information that he could use. But it felt like, no, you can't brainwash me anymore. But he was like, it was so easily persuaded.
Yes.
All right, I'll break you out.
Yes.
Like that was kind of
also around that breakout thing. For one, it was like it was so easy. I sneak in candy from a movie theater quicker than he freaking snuck out of jail. Like I was like, dude, that's just ridiculous. It was zero effort whatsoever. I didn't like that. They made it too easy. And I don't remember, maybe you caught it, like what was Winter Soldier's part in it in the first place? Because he had the book already. He had the book already with whatever key card he used. So I was like, and I should have rewatched it because I was like, okay, so what was it? You just needed somebody to give you some motivation? Like, oh yeah, you can do it. Oh, all right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, what did Winter Soldier do? I don't remember him doing anything in the whole, except for
breakout.
He pulled the fire alarm, right? I think that was it.
No, he incited the riot.
Oh, he did. Okay, so that's what he used.
Oh, okay.
He had to incite the riot to distract the guards.
You're right. Okay.
The fire.
You're right.
So it was like a couple of things going on at the same time, and it's easy out.
And this is supposed to be maximum security. Are you kidding me? That's maximum security prison.
You know
what
it kind of reminded me, and Trevor may not have seen this, but just because your shirt reminded me of Chris, it reminded me of the heist episode of Rick and Morty. When everybody's just talking, when they're all talking through about how to do a heist, Like that's what it reminded me. It was like, man, this is like a Rick and Morty the heist interview.
Yeah.
It's just so
But
freaking almost pretty cheesy to the point where it's
But-
just unbelievable.
yeah. It makes sense though, because they got a lot of the Rick and Morty writers. I know they're doing the Loki, but who knows? Maybe they borrowed them real quick
I didn't hear
for
about
that
that.
section.
I didn't hear about
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
that's
that
why
was
this
awesome.
Loki one's going to be off the hook. Yeah, because they're so tied into time travel and whatnot, and like multiple universes and how to navigate it. Because Rick and Morty, for being a comedy, does extremely well with that and making it all make sense, because it's based in not reality, but all the legit theories.
Yeah.
So I love that. So when they figure out they have to go to Madripoor, the whole figuring out or finding out how rich the dude is, which makes sense logistically if he was able to pull off so much stuff and like make the Avengers implode internally. It's kind of cool. And then it reinforces the fact that he's was he a Baron in the comics? I know his name is Baron.
Yeah.
But he's an actual Baron?
His whole lineage has been passed down through generations to generations to generations. So, yeah.
Okay. So it's like there you go with the generational wealth.
Yeah.
Where he was able, and he had his own Alfred, which was kind of cool.
Yeah. He was like Batman. He was like Batman. And kind of the same thing, because Batman's somewhat evil, like, in a way.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, putting
I love
child.
Batman. I love Batman, so yeah.
Child endangerment, but that's a whole different story. watching Titans reinforced that with my parents, and when I was talking to them about the whole Robin situation, which is kind of that was iffy. But how'd you feel about them making Falcon like a pimp-looking character? But that character actually is a comic character.
Yeah. I
thought Smiling Tiger.
Smiling Tiger. I thought it was very funny. This episode, one of my themes of this episode that I put on my notes was they put a lot of cheesy humor in this specific episode. A lot of cheesy humor, and I actually didn't mind it, and that was one of those, the smiling tiger, and the fact that you go into a bar, and I remember, and it caught my attention. The bartender addresses him by, "Oh, what's up, smiling tiger?" Like, who does that? Nobody goes to a bar and addresses somebody by their their code name. Like, that's not how things work. They just say
"Well, hey, it does." But you have to understand where they are. Like, it's like, this is where all the bad will hang out, and they all have their code.
So it's normal for "Hey, what's up, crouching ninja"? You come on, you think people are just saying stuff like that? Like, that's
no, we're not at a bar up the street. This is where all the villainous type people and that the underground world works, and they have their special names that they go by.
But why even say the name? Why not just say what do you want? Or why even put it? I just felt like
you
never grew up with any cholos?
Yeah.
They have nicknames. Like I knew a girl named Cheeto. We always called her Cheeto.
That's one syllable.
So she's at a bar and the bartender meets her.
That's one syllable, cheetah or whatever. Yeah, you got smiling tiger. It's long.
Okay, it's a show. It's a show, bro.
What Trevor's trying to say is all these big time super villains and people that are rich and have money go to this bar to mingle and look for whatever they're looking for, and this bartender kind of knows everybody in every existing part of this world that has whatever weird code names or whatever weird name they want to be called by. So I'm pretty sure if you call him by his real name, it'd kind of be a disrespectful thing to a certain degree.
And your tip's gonna be weak.
Or if you're some kind of a mob boss and you're walking around, if you go to a bartender that knows you, they're gonna call you, whatever your name is supposed to be.
Like when Ben played ball at ELAC and he had everyone call him Bizza, that's my nickname. But no one in San Gabriel called him Bizza. He created his identity. And
it didn't catch. He went to the bar the next day and he was like, "Call me Bizza," and he was like, "Nah." Whatever. I liked it. What did you think, Ben, about the smiling tiger thing?
I thought it was a good little character run. I mean, it goes along with what you said, with the whole comedy aspect of it that was pretty cheesy. Again, they dress him up like a pimp, ha ha ha, so funny. But moving along the story type of situation. But I was more adamant, or I enjoyed more the whole Winter Soldier coming back type of situation, and Zemo making Bucky act like he was still the Winter Soldier to a certain degree, just so they can get by. And the whole fight scene in the bar was pretty good.
Yeah, but he was just that. Did you not realize that a little bit of him enjoyed it, and that's what bothered him? Because that Winter Soldier is still in him.
He was upset,
fighting.
Like he was upset, like after he did it.
Yeah, yeah. But it's still manipulative.
That life. Yeah, he's still not trying to live that life. But yeah, he got all butthurt when Zemo took his book and started reading down the names, and you could tell that he's still really starting to feel the emotion of all the bad stuff that he's done.
Yeah,
as the Winter Soldier, which kind of gives me I have a long theory on what I think might happen at the end with this, but I'll wait till the end of this. We talk about this episode.
So yeah. Okay. Were you going to continue on that little scene right there? Because I have something to say on the next scene
it's rewind a bit because you're missing Easter eggs. Prior to that, huh?
Never mind. Go.
No. We went on because the Winter Soldier. I didn't mention that. The Princess Bar. That's actually in the comics. That's where the Wolverine has been before, and it was actually on one of the covers as well. So it's like their way of hinting at Wolverine without saying Wolverine, which is kind of fun for the people that are aware.
And I can't remember if it's that one or that the gorilla face, or what was it? Well,
no. Well, that's where a lot of people interact. That's the not Brass Monkey. That's up the street in
yeah.
Bronze. I think it's Bronze Monkey.
Something. It's either that one or the Princess one that Wolverine actually owns that bar in the comic books, and he goes by the name Patch because he wears an eye patch. And it
might be the Princess Bar.
It might be the Princess Bar too. So that was kind of a nice little Easter egg there.
Yeah. Which is getting irritating because my hopes are getting higher and higher. For show me someone's in Weapon X, anybody. And then Selby, that was the first hint of a actual mutant, but they didn't give her mutant abilities.
Yeah, she's a mutant in the comic books.
Yeah, so she actually had the ability to manipulate machines or something, or like technology.
She could talk to machines and make them do what she wants.
Didn't she say that? Wasn't there a line in there where she said that? Am I tripping? I could have no.
She just had all the knowledge on everything. Yeah. But they didn't divulge how she did. But she just sent a really good informant.
Well, one thing in that scene that I another part that I thought was very stupid is their negotiations in this episode were just stupid. You're willing to give up Falcon Winter Soldier for a rumor? That was the negotiation? I was like, dude, that's the worst deal ever. Literally, Zemo said he'd give him Falcon, he'd give him Winter Soldier and the code to control him if you just give me the info. I was like, dude, that's the worst deal ever. That's the worst deal ever. You have a weapon of mass destruction for just
playing chess.
I get it.
Checkers.
I get it.
But you're just thinking.
If you were her, wouldn't you second guess that? Come on, that's too easy.
No.
And she barely gave him anything. She didn't even give specifics. She just gave a name. Just a name.
But you don't understand what he was doing, though?
You got Winter Soldier.
You know what he was doing, though? He knew he was inciting some type of action. Eventually, something's going to happen. He's going to be free. He doesn't care. He has a bigger goal, and he'd rather do it on his own. But he just happens to have them. They're expendable.
I'm not saying Zemo's part. I'm saying on her part for taking that deal so easily without second questioning and knowing that that's too. He's too easily willing to give something up of so much value. I would question it if I was her. Is what I'm saying. That is too valuable. For you just to tell me. Valuable. But it's just a name.
The serum is more of him.
But it's a name. It's just a name.
I do see your point, Chris. Yeah, the serum. What I think Chris is trying to say is that she was just so easy. Just say, oh yeah, I'll take him. Okay, here's a little information that I know. I don't even know where the hell this serum is. I don't know really anything that's going on. I know, but because they just wanted to know who the power broker was, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but she wasn't going to release that. She said afterwards, oh, well, you want, like, if you want more information, you have to give me, like, more or something like that. Like, she wanted even more on top, as if Winter Soldier isn't, like, enough for 2 hints. Like, he's only worth one hint.
The deadliest assassins in the world ever known for.
He's only worth one hint. One hint. That's like
a good one, though.
That's like taking LeBron for, like, a 3rd-round pick. Like, you know what I mean? Come on.
Not really.
Come on.
You're gonna call the guy who created a serum like a 3rd-round pick.
It's just I'm just giving you a name. I'm not giving you the guy. I'm giving you the name. I'm just giving you the name, bro. I don't. You have to find out where he's at. You have to find everything. I just for a name. I just felt like that was a stupid deal, but whatever.
It seems valid if there's some people that were detectives and smart enough to know you could go to her for that info.
Well, you could also, if they care for the power broker too, they also show. So before they go into the bar, did you guys see at the front there was a picture of the power broker? It was just a bunch of eyes. So
yeah, it was just eyeballs.
So just like track freaking a white dude, because obviously he wasn't black. Look for a white dude, track the eyeballs, and then there you go. Why do you need her?
There's only one white guy. You're a horrible detective.
Yeah, no. So you're saying that with the name, you're telling me that with the name I can automatically find somebody. No, no.
See, while you were watching Looney Tunes as a kid, I was watching Batman, so I have more detective cred.
Oh, I'm sure. Whatever. So what's something else that you noticed?
Okay, so it was cool that he made the serum, but I kind of had the feeling that there was going to be problems with him. I knew that, well, because he's able to create more super soldiers, and Zemo's not about that.
Yeah.
So I kind of had the feeling, it was like, oh, this dude's dead. I wonder how much longer before he gets eliminated.
Too. I didn't know.
Zemo wants no superpower to anything.
I get it. I didn't expect he would die, but yeah, I mean, I guess you guys were on top of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was even a look that they shared. They held it a little longer than they should have, but there's a reason.
Yeah.
You know, so I kind of knew. I thought that was kind of cool, a nice touch.
I thought also the actor who played him well, because he seemed a little what's the word I'm looking for? Like I don't want to say a mad scientist, but he was like a little conspicuous and a little nervous. He just I don't know. He to me epitomized the type of doctor that I could imagine making something like that. You're freaking locked up all by yourself in this freaking crate, and like I thought the setup for that was pretty darn good. And I was also wondering whether at that moment he was creating more super, like is that all he's doing in there? So because if he's creating more, why don't obviously Zemo wants to destroy it, but on the other end, Falcon Winter Soldier, why don't they try to grab like documents before the explosion and all that? I don't know.
Yeah, very true.
I don't know.
I did see some vials. There was still stuff there. Like he was working on other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know who might have grabbed what before they left, because they cut to run out.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. We have to rewind real quick.
Yeah,
because it's very important.
Go ahead. We have all this.
Baron Zemo, when he walks into the bar or the club, and he's like dancing like this. Oh my God! I love that. I hate to rewind. I didn't write it in the notes. I don't know why, but that was Ben's favorite move.
That was my move in the club all year, every year.
They were all nervous, but he was just like, "Yeah, get it, get it."
He was in his element.
He was in his environment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to throw that out there real quick.
I thought that was a cool touch, and again, like we've talked about this many times, like that adds such another dimension to a character. Like it's not just all evil. It's not, he enjoys his life. He enjoys his cars. He enjoys his wine. Like he like, I mean, how many of us, if we were in that position, wouldn't be doing the same? Maybe not the same thing, but like I don't know.
Oh hell yeah, we were. He was gonna be in jail for life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's out and he's in Madripoor. Like he has them in the palm of his hands right now.
Yeah.
Get exactly where he wants to be.
And I wonder, and we might talk about this later, like, you know, with Zemo, the way he operates is everything's a setup. So I wonder what in this episode is set up. When we've already seen a little bit, and they gave us a tidbit, but I wonder what things that we saw in this episode we're going to see later on that's going to be like, oh, he did that way back then. That little thing we didn't notice, that was for this. And like, I wonder where that's going to go.
Mm-hmm. Well, he ducked out pretty quick, and he didn't care about anyone else.
Oh, yeah. No.
So he saved himself, and he came back to do what he had to do. I was like, okay, I'll roll up in that new car. You know, like whoever's left, all right, you can jump in the car. Yeah. So yeah, he definitely has another motive. But let's see what else I have here. Oh, Sharon Carter. That was interesting.
Oh yeah.
First part is her fighting ability seems a bit different. Like they didn't elaborate, they didn't go into it before. It was like shoot, you maybe hit a couple people, but now she's doing like Black Widow stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, did she train and learn more, or maybe she had a sample of some type of serum because she was kicking everybody's ass?
Well, maybe
gun or weapon.
Yeah. Well, maybe when she said she first got to Madripoor, because I think she said she was there for 5 years or something like that, right? She was there for a minute. And she said she had to do what she had to do to like get around. So maybe she worked like as an assassin for a little bit, and you know that's where she further trained her, honed her skills or something. And then maybe she did get a little serum or something, because she was badass. She was definitely badass.
Yeah. And then
she
said
she took punches.
Oh
physical punches, which maybe, but it wasn't like. But I'm not sure if I would consider it super serum. I think you're probably right. Maybe something. Maybe not the full dose or something, but maybe something, because she would have been a lot.
At least HGH.
Yeah.
But and then she said, "We've got a problem." Actually, a couple of problems.
Oh,
when she said that, I'm like, is she like one of the henchmen to the power broker? Did she become so bitter because of her getting left alone and her to fend for herself, where she's like, F America and everything else, like, I got to take care of myself, and like, I'm actually, when I have the chance, I'm going to pay him back. So is she in that mode, and she's actually a villain and not a good guy?
Yeah, I think that's kind of a too much of an easy way of putting it, and kind of they're sending you down that rabbit hole to make you think she's the power broker, or she works for the power broker and whatnot. I could see her doing like an assassin hit Merc for hire or whatever as for the power broker, just because, like she said, she had to do what she had to do to survive for those however many years it's been since she's been out of the United States. But I know everybody online is throwing out theories that she's the power broker. I think it's just,
I don't think she is.
Marvel writes too well for that. Like they write too well, unless they do something like they did in freaking Wanda, where it's like, oh, it's the reveal. Oh, we were behind this and we were behind that. When they, unless they do something like that where they intentionally make it cheesy. But I don't think. I don't think
so either.
That's it. They have an opportunity to have a better actor be someone more significant, and I've heard stuff out there that they're even thinking it's Mandarin. I don't want to go to that extent because I know it's closer to his area.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's him either. But it could be one of his henchmen. They could attach him somehow. But But I don't think it's her. But I do think that her intent isn't completely just to help Bucky.
Well, she developed an empire already, the illegal art trade. So it's like you can't. I'm not saying that you can't, but like it's highly unlikely that she's just gonna drop everything just because he says I could take you back into the U.S. Like, come on, like I've created something here. I don't know.
Yeah, they should definitely go deeper with that. Flag Smashers, they kind of evolved those where we know now that they're good, especially after the explosion when that specific girl was Carly.
Carly's not good though. They might be good, but Carly,
she has more shady intent and she's willing to go further, but they just want good things. They want to help them, like Robin Hood type characters, but she's going overboard. There's always somebody that goes overboard, and she has that feeling like she's just doing too much.
But she's also the leader, so you know.
But I think that the one that she was crying over who was dying, because remember they stole the vaccines.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had heard something about they had to modify and they actually adjusted the audio because their dilemma had to do something with some illness that was going on where they needed those vaccines for the less fortunate. So maybe their original leader or her mom or something got it and then passed away.
Oh, it was tuberculosis. The one that lady that died.
Well, yeah, but I heard that they switched what the illness was.
Oh.
So it could be something different that's more severe, that's more closer to like COVID type stuff. Huh. Yeah. So if they did that, then I could not see why, but that's why she's starting to veer off and do more extreme things because I lost the one that I love the most. So everyone's going to pay who's withheld the resources that the less fortunate need.
Well, I definitely do think it's going that route. I think like I'm not sure how much Robin Hood they're going to be able to sustain anymore, or where after that you can't go back from that. You can't go back from that. No. So
yeah, she killed a lot. A lot of soldiers in there.
Yeah. And then like I wonder if some of her troop is going to deviate and ultimately like betray her because like it seemed like that guy in the car with her like he was not happy about that. Like he gave her the face like. Are you kidding me?
What the hell are you doing?
Like, so like who's to say that he might not like we don't know where the story's going, but who's to say that he might, not be an outlier or give away information later, or end up giving because there's 12 serums left, right? They said because they used 8 and she said that there's 12 because she's saying that and she was acting like the power broker is going to come running to her like, come on, who does that?
That's
come on, like that's not gonna happen.
Anything that's a setup, and they try to take it from them anyways, no matter what.
Yeah, very true.
But go just before that. Oh, for that first scene, the beginning of that scene, how many guys get excited when you saw the blue X with the red circle around it? Thinking it was like the X Mansion or something that to do with the X. And before they blew up that place, there's a gate and it has a red X and a blue circle around it.
Oh, I completely missed that.
Trevor, that's your thing. You would have went crazy.
I know, damn it.
It stood out so well. I don't know how you missed that. I also have to send you a picture, but when I saw it, I was like, oh man, why are they trying to tease us with this X-Men logo for?
Wait, where were they doing that at? What was the location?
So that location that blew up, right? That they blew up, and before that scene, right when they cut away from them driving away in the car, it goes to that scene, and there's a gate, and it has this blue X and a red circle on it, and it stands out.
What city?
Where they blew up the building? What was that? Is that Germany or?
I was thinking it was Germany, but I'm not sure.
It's some European country. Yeah, for sure.
It's some European country. Oh, yeah, I do know that it's like a 4-letter word, that European country. They were talking. Man, I can't think of it off the top of my head. But whatever. In that front of that building, it's a gate, and everything else is dark around it, except there's a blue X and a red circle around it. It stands out like no other.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into that. And the end when they're walking into that building and Bucky stops and says, "I'm gonna go for a walk," which was very, very suspicious. But then you see those little I forgot the name of the little balls.
Yeah.
The Wakanda.
Yeah.
But when I saw the second in command for Adora Milaje, I think the name of it is, it's like, oh shit, I got excited. But it's like you kind of had to have the idea that they would find out and like, oh, he's escaped.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go get his ass
for sure.
Yeah. And I wonder. I thought of that when they busted him out. I was like, how long is it gonna take till the Wakandans know?
Because you know that they're watching.
Falcon mentioned it. The Falcon mentioned it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, but what do you think? Because Winter Soldier's in the middle of it completely. Because he, they helped him rehab and whatnot. but he knows his intent. Do you think they're gonna give him like a allotted time to solve what they got to solve before they step in?
That's what I was.
I
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they're going to be in the run from the Wakandans from this point forward as well.
How do you run from them?
That's the thing. I don't know.
Well, that's gonna be an interesting story because now you have three. You have three things that you're avoiding now because you have the Flag Smashers, then you have that. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's gonna make some pretty compelling story, and you have U.S. Agent. Like that's a lot to handle. That's gonna make a great story.
I kind of feel like the U.S. government is a lot easier to handle than
for sure
the Dora Milaje, because their tech is far beyond. Their fighting skills are ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're gonna combat that when you can't hide.
Yeah.
The tech that's in those little balls alone.
See, but that, like, okay, so their tech is so awesome. But if they wanted to kill Zemo, they could have. I mean, if he can get out of jail like he's buying popcorn at a movie theater, then like they could certainly get in there if they wanted to. Yeah. Like, so I feel like if they really, really, really wanted to, they could have killed him already. They could have killed him. Come on, poison the food that he eats. Like,
their feelings are probably hurt because they saw him, their White Wolf, and they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" You know that.
Yeah. Oh well, they're definitely gonna get mad at him because they're gonna, they're monitoring, so they know that he was involved in it. So they're definitely gonna be like, dude, what the hell? Like,
they'll be like, give me the arm back.
Yeah. Give me the arm back. That's stupid.
Yeah. That's what I would do. Is like, you go do what you gotta do. Here, taking this arm, we're gonna give you this foil arm.
And then we're gonna take we're gonna take whatever we did with your brain, so you're gonna go back to
Yeah.
No, that would be funny.
We'll see.
That would be funny.
So what's your final take on the episode as a whole, and where do you see this going in the next episode?
Well, I know Ben, you have a lot more to say than me. So, I know because your knowledge of the universe is a lot more than mine. So let me give my short thoughts. My short thoughts is that, I remember last week we were talking about how where is this season going to go because it's only 6 episodes, and so the fact that we're already at 3, knowing that we don't have a lot of time, what story are we going to hear because the pacing needs to speed up, and I felt like this episode was kind of just right for me. Like it gave just the right amount of information that I cared to know. We didn't see much of U.S. Agent, but maybe they're saving that for later, but I felt like it was just right for me. I really liked it. That was kind of like my overall thing. But that's really it. But Ben.
Yeah, the episode was great. I think this is the only time we're going to be in Madripoor to a certain degree. I don't think they come back, maybe for a power broker reveal, but I think they could do that outside of it. But it was a good just established of how they got Zemo out, what they're going to be doing with Zemo. The episode kind of, answered stern questions. Let us see Sharon Carter, see what she was up to, and exactly what's going on with the power brokers, that they're really not as bad as we thought. And on top of that, how many of these super soldier serums are still left. And on top of that, who actually made them. So I think that it did do a lot in such a short episode for us. But yeah, like you said, Chris, I mean, we only got 6 episodes of this from what I understand. I don't see how they could be able to tie everything together within the next couple episodes that are left. But it's just so much that's going on. You got the new Captain America and Battlestar on one side. You have Winter Soldier and the Falcon. You have Zemo in between them. Now you have the Wakandans coming in because they want Zemo. Then you have to worry about what's up with this power broker and what Sharon Carter is doing as well. Yeah. It's just so, and then the Flag Smashers too, are still it's so many different factions that it's almost like a freaking Game of Thrones episode to a certain degree. You got so much.
Don't do that to me.
Because you have so many different things going on at one time that where Game of Thrones, one episode focuses on one kingdom or one ruler or one faction that's going on, and Marvel's trying to tie up 7 of these factions together in the next 3 episodes to let us know what's actually going on. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And then who knows if there's going to be another big reveal? I mean, you want Wolverine. Who knows if there's going to be any more mutants
Well,
shown?
I mean, I don't think we're gonna get any Wolverine anytime soon because they still haven't casted a guy. They still haven't casted a guy. They're still looking for the next person who's gonna be Wolverine, and that's a hard freaking. Those are big shoes to fill. Those are huge shoes to fill.
You can't put it out there that I want a Wolverine. I said I wanted Mr. Sinister. Remember?
That's true.
I wanted him to be the power broker.
Which
could be an old. You could cast an old guy. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, who knows who it's gonna be? But yeah, just going off like a kind of a theory that I think, and I don't think I've heard it anywhere. I think this might be one of the at the end. It might be one of those things where Bucky kind of sacrifices himself to get rid of these vials of super soldier serum, and that's why Sam takes back the shield. Sam takes back the shield. He becomes the next Captain America because now he's lost both Bucky and Captain America. That's what I'm going for with that kind of.
No way.
I can kind of see how that.
The only way Bucky sacrifices himself is if they already had something in play where he's about to be Luke Skywalker after Mandalorian. That's the only way I see, because he has to detach completely, and then he's perfect for that role. That's the only way I could see him getting away from the Winter Soldier, because he's still, I feel like he's important. There's so much story to tell with his progression, and they can't tell it in 3 episodes with him battling through what he's going through and just ending it. Like, you can't do that.
That's the exact reason why I think he has so much guilt, so much feels so much bad for everything that he's done. There's something's going to happen in the last episode where he sacrifices himself so he can kind of feel redeemed for all the bad stuff that he did as Winter Soldier. Sam sees this. Oh, okay, give me the shield. I'll be Captain America now. Okay, I lost 2 of my good best friends.
That would be crazy, man. I mean, that would be a great story. That would be a great story, but I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it. Yeah.
I don't want to see Winter Soldier. I don't. I want him to be in the next Avengers movie. I want him to be, go as long as he possibly can. I do, but I don't know. After watching that episode and just keep seeing how depressed he is over the shit that he's done, something's gonna happen in the last episode where he's sacrificing himself to.
But can he? There's no other way you think he can redeem himself, like without killing himself?
No, there is. There probably is. I don't know. That's just something that kind of popped in my head.
Why are you ruining it for, Ben? Now I think about it, that might be the best scenario.
It makes sense. That would be a really good.
But he would have to sacrifice himself, like, to save Sam's life.
Yeah. That's the only way.
Only way,
because he even says
it has to be Sam's life.
He even says statements like when Sam's like, oh, like I'll destroy it. Like, I wish I would have destroyed the shield. He's like, no, like I'll take it before I let you destroy it, kind of thing.
Exactly.
So he is thinking of the better, the better goal for society, I guess you would say, or whatever. So I don't know. That dang, man, that's a good storyline. Though you better not pitch that, to the writers. Like,
why are you ruining my day, man?
He's gonna write them a letter.
I honestly hope it's not. I'm telling you right now, I hope it is not true. Watching all these episodes that kind of just popped in my head, how they talk to each other, between him and Falcon talk to each other, how he has all this guilt. The first time we see him in this episode, he's Winter Soldier killing all these people in Russia or whatever. He takes the old man's son's life.
But he can't die because we never see if he ever hooks up with that Asian hot chick. We have to see that. We have to see that. She was hot. She was hot. I have to see where that goes.
So he's got like 90 years of buildup. That's why he's so angry.
He just needs to release. You just need to release.
Oh.
That's trouble.
That's good. I don't think I have anything else to say about that episode. That's going to be what Ben said, because that's anything
pretty much.
You, Trevor?
Huh?
Anything about that with you, Trevor?
No. Now that I hear that, I would like it to go in that direction because it feels right. It would be since they're introducing so many new characters, it would kind of like make way because there's less of the old ones to, I don't want to say distract, but I already know there's more shows coming out with the older characters
True.
that they're building, that you could have. You need some of them to step back for
to grow
the universe to thrive.
Yeah.
Or else it'll just be too cluttered. So you need to clear a little space, because when the X-Men come into play, it's going to be the X-Men show.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
So
yeah.
For now,
what's the last character that they killed off except for Iron Man? Like, aside from the movie, was there anybody else significant that was killed off recently?
All of them. Black Widow, the Vision, and he's back again.
Yeah. Well, he's back. He's back.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, kind of.
Captain America, because he's not. He always get brought back.
Old. Yeah.
But even then, it doesn't mean that he can't be in it anymore, because we saw what Isaiah did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we're not done with Isaiah. I have a feeling that he's gonna suit up real quick. The last hurrah.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
That's a whole nother faction right there that they brought in brand new into this episode.
Yeah, I forgot about
that.
Yeah, because we have to build up his son, because his son's gonna be
on the next
his grandson, Elijah.
On the next season?
No. This one, by the end of it, Elijah is gonna, at least maybe his grandfather passes away, or like is one of those with Bucky who's fighting, and then then goes and he's inspired to do more for either his country, or just join with the Avengers, or they adopt him into that world.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, there's a lot going on.
Oh yeah,
a lot. So I'm telling you, man, it's almost like Game of Thrones. There's so much stuff going on.
Speaking of a lot going on, I didn't want to forget this. The Batman, the news that it's Earth 2 is a huge thing.
Yes. Yeah.
So that means there's multiple. The movie universe for them is expanded greatly, because the other one's based on, I don't know what Earth that is. I don't know if it's Prime Earth or whatnot.
Which one? The Snyder universe?
The Snyder universe.
Yeah, I think it's based off the Prime.
Okay, but the Earth 2, I did a little research to figure out what Earth 2 is about, because this Batman's based in that world. It is crazy. So here's my list.
Go ahead, Charlie, because I haven't dived into it at all. I know a very little bit about the whole Earth 2 DC universe.
It has the same vibe as the Snyderverse at the very end. Like the whole Darkseid winning the war.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he doesn't initially completely take over. He goes for a battle. He defeats he defeats the Trinity. So he takes out Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, and it bounces. But the whole world's like, oh man, like it's the shit show completely. But when one of the boom tube closes, Helena in this universe, what's her name? I can't remember her real name, but Helena is actually Batman's daughter, and she's Wonder Woman. Okay. You know the girl who kills everyone? I forgot her name. She wears purple and black. But anyways, her and Supergirl or whatever fly into the boom tube. So all of the Justice League are gone. They're completely gone from the Earth. So they just don't know what to do, and they're just trying to figure out things. And like Hermes is one of the last ones in existence that's around, and he's dying, and he hands it over to the new Flash, Joe Garrett. So he gets the traditional hat. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it ties in
with the little lightning bolts.
It's called it ties in kind of like the Silver Age, the old school Justice League of America or whatever. Yeah, Justice Society, yeah. So apparently Hawk Girl still exists. She came back down. Alan Scott is in he's handed down. But the original Green Lantern isn't. Their take on it's different.
Okay.
When he's given the ring, it's Earth-based. So the green means Earth. So his power comes from the Earth, which is a way different take.
Yeah,
but
it way different.
Makes sense. Yeah. Who else is around? The Atom. but he works for the army, so he's wrangling up anybody who's trying to be a vigilante and whatnot. So he's not necessarily a good guy yet. There's a new Batman, but the Batman ends up being Thomas Wayne. So Batman's parents never died in this universe.
This is the one where Bruce Wayne dies, right?
No. Well, no. Batman died during that Darkseid War.
Oh, okay.
So Thomas Wayne exists. So I wonder how they're going to explain how Thomas Wayne exists.
Yeah.
Still, if the movies decide to go in that route.
Yeah.
But he's still the same as the other ones where we've seen or heard about where Thomas Wayne is more violent, uses weapons like guns and kills people.
He kills,
And he has like a little kind of super soldier serum. He'll shoot himself up and he'll be powered for like an hour or so.
I think he's taking the venom, like Bane. He gives himself a different version of venom.
Because he's like 60 years old.
Yeah.
And fighting. They introduced Mr. Miracle and Big Barda, so they're part of it. Wonder Woman's daughter as well. The evil Batman, Brutal, which would be kind of fun if they incorporate him. But after they handle him, he turns into a Bizarro Superman.
Okay.
They got Aquaman. I'm trying to breeze through this. The Red Tornado is actually Lois Lane. It just seems like too much.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of shit.
Yeah. So they're gonna have to navigate through that, and I haven't even mentioned the Black Superman.
And who's writing this? Because I don't know. They don't have the best writers. They literally don't have the best writers. So
I didn't tell you a story. I'm running down the list of characters.
I get it, but like having to intermix it with what we already have is a task in its own.
Yeah. Well, it's a different universe. So something completely different. But why did they write all that? I don't know. Because apparently Lois Lane still had a romance with Superman. So it's like, was he with the Red Tornado, a robot? That's weird.
Yeah.
And then the Black Superman landed the same time as the normal Superman, but was in the government's hands, so they hit him.
Oh.
And he didn't even know how to use his powers, so he had to like navigate trying to learn, and they pulled him and hit him to try to teach him like the superheroes that were left, because they know they needed him because of Darkseid.
Yeah.
So they needed someone to fight Brutal. So it's like a weird. I could see where they could use the story because I skimmed over how they got certain powers, but they better not use the whole thing.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. I told you. Well, I texted you guys when I said I was gonna look him up to find out about Earth 2, and then when I did, I'm like, wow, this is crazy. This is chaos. Yeah. Where I can see where they pick through what they want and then dump the rest. Because I didn't even tell you what happened at the end.
Well, now you gotta tell me. You can't just leave me. I don't like. Okay, this is a cliffhanger show. Like,
till next episode. So they basically, it was end of world type thing. The world's collapsing. They're trying to salvage as many humans on Earth as possible, load them onto ships. So they do that, and then they had to restart the Earth. So when it was safe, they did send them back. But when the Big Bang hit, because of the whole like mother boxes and whatever they did, they got sent to a different world to fight on like a battleground, Battle Earth style for survival. It was it was like what's the X-Men, the Marvel version of it?
You're talking about Secret Wars?
Secret Wars. It's very Secret Wars-ish, where there's a god on that planet that's like, you duke it out, you fight each other, you're my play toys. Brainiac's involved. So it's like they try to minimize all of them. It's like, where's your Earth at? You don't have an Earth? That's why we harvested you. Like, why did we even get you? And so it's like they're all disposable and they're trying to figure out how to fight to like survive, but they have nowhere to live. And then they use Green Lantern, who has the power of Earth, to revive the Earth and then inhabit the Earth again. It was like oh man,
that's a lot.
And that was the end of that series that I stopped watching because I you get a lot of stuff on YouTube and whatnot, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what they could. There's
Take
stuff
it,
there,
yeah.
but don't use all of it. Use like
Yeah,
a quarter
I
of it.
bet they kind of just mix both the Prime and this Earth 2 kind of together, make a couple different characters that are not similar to what happened on
Yeah.
on the Snyderverse, and just kind of go from there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
man, that's a that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I just wish that they would just go use the groundwork that Snyder used and tighten it up.
Oh, for
'Cause
sure. For sure. He's
his
laid the
stuff tends to
foundation.
be a little-
He laid the foundation for them to be able to build multiple stories off of already. Like, I don't
Yes.
feel like they had to create another universe. Like, he laid the foundation for them to be able to break it apart if they have to, go here, go there, go there. He
Mhm.
set it up
Yeah.
really well. He set it up really well. So, like,
And that's a sad part because Ben Affleck was going to extend on it on his movie, but they wanted to go a different route. So now that's why we have this Earth 2 Batman, and I'm pretty sure that's why they call it Earth 2 because it was going in a different direction already.
Yeah, they want to make it completely separate from Affleck's Batman.
Yeah, but Affleck's Batman was going to be badass because it was going to have a lot of villains in it.
Yeah, well,
So-
Deathstroke was going to be the main one.
oh,
Yeah,
That was
I
going
would
to
have
be
liked that.
fantastic.
I would have loved
Oh, yeah.
that. I would have loved that.
because the same fighting abilities and whatnot. Actually, he's super powered though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that would have been fun. But yeah, no, that's basically summing up the whole Earth 2 DC Comics. Stay tuned.
Well, thank you for that,
See
Trevor.
where that
Appreciate
goes.
that one, yeah.
Yeah.
I really didn't know much about Earth 2
Mm-mm.
at all.
Yeah.
No, thanks for the research on that. That's good.
Yeah.
Did you guys end up watching this week Godzilla versus Kong?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't yet, but go ahead and talk
We
about it.
can't
You guys
talk
want to talk about it?
Two
What
times.
was you
Two
want to say?
times I
Two
saw it.
times?
That good, huh?
I had to watch it with my
No.
parents.
No.
You know what-
Okay, I was about to say no. It
you know
wasn't
what-
that good.
Yeah, you know it's there's a movie theater right next to my hotel, and they actually just opened up, and they have the movie in it. So I was thinking about walking over there and watching it tonight. It's not worth
Dude.
it. Not worth it.
How much is the movie theater?
Usually $5.
Oh, it's worth $5.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but here, all I'm saying
This
now.
coming from the guy who
is-
watched it twice, so that's $2.50 each time. So
Oh, that's even better. Here's the thing. It is by far. I told my parents before we watched it because parents being older and they've seen the shitty Godzilla and Kong movies.
Yes.
It is by far the best one that has ever been created.
The best Godzilla movie?
Godzilla or
My
Kong.
ass. No.
It is.
No.
Here's look me in the eyes when I'm talking to you.
I'm
You
trying to
guys
look-
want
I
me
have
to-
my- I know I have. I have my
So,
movie.
it is
No,
entertaining. It's
where's
entertaining.
where's my thing here? I'm listening.
You're not gonna be.
Because I have my movie collection here, and I want to show you my Godzilla copy because I disagree with what you're saying, but. all
Well,
right, I can't
if
find
you
it.
don't think so, then your taste is trash when it comes to
Okay.
this type of stuff.
Okay, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. I'm looking right at
I'm
you.
just telling you. You before when I mentioned King Kong and Godzilla, like no one wanted to watch it. I'm like, I'm the only one excited for it.
I'm honestly, I was not excited to watch it at all.
And then where they could go from here, they still have more room in the monster universe because there's a few.
For sure.
I actually watched one of the movies of another that they suggested that they might use down the road, where it's a monster based on the toxicity of the earth, and use that against.
Oh, that would
him.
make sense.
Yeah, definitely nowadays it makes complete sense to use that one. I just can't remember his name. That was a horrible show because it looked like a flying shit. It looked like a devil ray, like a stingray flying,
Yeah.
but it lands and it can morph into like a pile of shit, and it blows like fart smoke out of his mouth and stuff. And then you see Godzilla. This is the old.
He's all
this is
disoriented.
1971, and he's like, oh. And then he falls.
Those are classics, though, man. Those are just classics for that
But
time.
I'm
Hilarious.
I love watching those stupid movies because they're so bad. It's not in English either. I just I grew up watching sci-fi with my dad, so it translates. But when I see it like done right, where there's character development to the point where I'm rooting for Kong in this new movie.
Well, no. So this one, like, okay, spoiler alert. This one, they lean heavily on Kong. Like, so, like, you cannot watch this movie and vote for Godzilla. Like, they literally set you up for it, Ben. Like, they force you. They force you to like Kong.
I don't force you. You do what you want. You're a big boy.
Come on. The writing is so heavily biased. Let me put it that way. The writing is so heavily.
No, it's not. You sound like a Godzilla fan. Hey, you have no loyalty to teams, do you?
No.
Don't.
I am a Godzilla
doesn't,
fan.
Ben.
Well, that's why I think. Well, I'm not saying this movie is like terrible. For one, the writing was cheesy. I didn't like it. I thought it was dumb.
It's always cheesy.
It is. But there's certain. It is
Yes.
cheesy. Well, except no. I would say okay. So the Godzilla that came out, and I looked it up. I think it was 2014 with Bryan Cranston. Do you guys remember that one?
Yeah.
That one, I actually liked that one. That one to me had the best story of a Godzilla movie that I watched. Maybe not the best Godzilla movie overall, but there was a story to it. And then the one that, like, and I can't remember the year, but I just remember when I was a kid, I watched the Godzilla film where they were locked in what's the New York, the Knicks their stadium.
Madison Square Garden. That Godzilla was trash.
And so Godzilla had the little Godzilla had babies.
It was a raptor.
It had babies, and the babies were like little velociraptors. So they're like in the elevator, and then you have the little velociraptor, which is the Godzilla babies, like going around.
And they had P. Diddy.
I remember that one, and I was like, damn, oh crap, oh damn. Like I was like, dude, that I don't know. I was young, but I like that one. I like that one.
You like trash, bro.
Was that the one with Hank Azaria? Hank Azaria was the
and Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick is in it for sure. Yeah. But yeah, so that one, I like that one. See, the fact that you remember that.
Why'd you like that one?
It's a top tier movie. See, booyah.
No.
You said you did not.
Now, Ben, for sure, you have to question anything that this guy likes.
Man, he was a kid at that age.
I don't care.
Nah, that was great.
I was a kid too.
This is coming from the guy who says Space Jam 1 was trash, Ben. So no, you can't listen to this dude.
Space Jam 1.
You know what? It's not a biased opinion because I'm the hugest Jordan fan, especially at that time. Ben.
Yeah, but you were mad at him because he retired.
No,
you're
what are you talking about?
Go play baseball.
Hey, I had his baseball cards, and I'm a White Sox fan, so I was like, he's playing on the White Sox. So you can't even say that. So moral of the story is Chris's opinion on movies.
No. My opinion is great. This writing was heavily biased towards Kong, and they did add elements to. Yes, I will say they set it up so they can go different places, but like Godzilla was, I don't want to say overpowered, but super strong. And they made it seem like this robot. Well, I don't know. How do I say this?
Stop! Why are you ruining the movie?
Well, because I'm trying to bridge the line.
Let's sit here and talk about it tomorrow, our next episode.
Okay. I know what he's trying to say, but yes, Godzilla's a super ridiculously. How do you make it work? And they made it work. Right or wrong, Chris?
In a way, I'm not saying I hate it.
He's fighting it. So
no, I'm not saying I hated it.
Here's the thing, Ben. They build a backstory to Kong and how to associate it with Godzilla in a way that made sense. And they also, they made Kong more relatable because he's closer to being human than a big iguana. My mom said it looks like an overweight iguana. And we know he's overpowered.
And then all this how do we Middle Earth? Like I won't ruin it. I got to ruin anything, but all that stuff, like that's
well, it sounds like you keep on ruining things.
No, that was. I'm not telling him what happened. I'm just saying
it wasn't in the trailer. Don't say anything.
All right, let's just end it there and let's move on to the next thing.
Okay.
We'll talk about it next episode.
Okay. Speaking of Middle Earth, what about Lil Nas X? How's that for a transition? Yo, all the people who were pissed at Nike and put out like videos without knowing the whole truth, They didn't take down the video.
You're
It
talking
wasn't
about the
Nike.
shoe.
It wasn't a
You're talking
Nike
about the
collab.
shoe, the Nike shoe, right? The devil shoe.
I'm talking about his video, but also his shoe. I thought that it was a collab. I'm like, Nike doesn't seem like they would do this.
Yeah, no.
And then found out it was a collab with a custom shoemaker
and Nike
and
shoe.
not Nike.
Yeah.
But where they messed up, the only gripe I have, you know me, I'm more spiritual than religious. So the biggest gripe I have is the fact that he promoted his shoe in such a way, and it was so well done that it felt like it was a Nike collab. So he exploited the fact that he's putting out a Nike shoe,
correct,
and then making $1,000 per shoe, and made $666,000 on this product.
Yeah,
you promoted what you were getting for each. Why would you do that knowing that you're exploiting Nike, and Nike's gonna? Of course, there's gonna be a lawsuit.
But that was your biggest gripe, the fact that he like acted like it was Nike. It wasn't like the fact
I said, I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. He's gay, and he did that because of all the people who told him he was going to hell. The video was. I'm not a fan of the. I thought the video was funny and gross because I don't want to see lap dances in general. Of anyone, but it was like I don't.
Yeah,
that's his own thing.
Yeah.
That's his own gripe.
Yeah.
If someone's religious, there's like it's blasphemy. What? Where he's going to hell? Where you said he was going before for being gay? You know what I mean? That's why I get
what you're saying.
I see why he did it, because he's been treated a certain way his whole life. Would I have gone about that? No. If I'm an artist, I'm not going to use gimmicks. Gimmicks aren't going to help long run.
And that's a hard one to. That's a big button. That's a huge button. Like, you know what I mean?
But his fan base is not religious people.
No, but
so he's not catering to you. He's not catering to any of your family. He's catering to his fans.
Yeah.
More than likely, there's a large gay community that supports him and what he's doing, because I'm not gay, and my family said I was going to hell. Well, I had a couple family members say I was going to hell because I don't go to church. But I'm not as petty as he is, and have his money to do something that dramatic. But that's just how I feel. How do you guys feel about it? Because I know mine is just, like I said, that aspect where like you're gonna get sued and whatnot. But whatever. How do you guys feel about it?
Well, my thing is, for being such a statement, 100%. Like, before I even knew that he was gonna get sued, I knew he was gonna get sued, because you can't attach your name on something like a brand, and because you're when you're advertising it, you're acting like it's yours. And so there's a lot of this isn't the first time where there's certain people that a company sues because they're hypothetical ambassadors for something. Like, so if I do something bad and I'm a celebrity and I wear Nike and I go ahead and do something bad, I'm a hypothetical ambassador. So Nike's gonna definitely, look back at me. So there was 100%. I was like, for me, I was like, why? Like, you even think you're gonna get away with that? Like, for one, that was my first thing. How do you think that you would even get away with that? And then number two is, I don't know, human blood and shoes. Not a fan. That was just, I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's a gimmick. I don't know, real.
It's all gimmick. It is all gimmick.
It is gimmick. It is a gimmick, but it wasn't my cup of tea. I was just like,
both of you saw the music video?
Yes.
Or the snippet? Because I didn't watch the whole thing. I just saw a snippet.
I didn't watch the whole thing either. I saw whatever they put out there for you to see on social media.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole thing.
Because I don't like his music. I don't like the Old Time Road song anyway. So it's like,
that's what I'm saying. Well, for Trevor, you said that he doesn't have any fans that are of that type of genre that he does, but he throws out whatever that song's called. I can't remember. Was it called?
Old Time Road. Yeah, and that's
everyone was playing it when it was out.
Dude, yeah. Who do you think is playing that song? Who loves country music? Who likes?
Yeah, that's true. People in the Bible Belt.
I don't.
You say
I don't
that's
know.
true.
It's
no,
not
all the Bible Belt freaking states are freaking.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, but it's their fault for assuming he was something he was not. He's just putting out music he wanted to put out. He's a fan of country music. He can't be blamed for that. He's putting out music. You're just assuming. Like,
No,
what do you want him to do now?
I agree with you, but like they can't assume that he is whoever you're watching him to be for a certain song or a certain type of genre of music, because I think a true artist will dabble into all different types of music or art or television or dressing or fashion or whatever. You just don't hold yourself to just one certain type of music. You go and you dabble into everything and kind of try to show your range of what kind of true artist you are. But I mean, I don't blame him for putting out that video. Like you said, Trevor, it wasn't him, supporting the devil or being a sadist, or what's the word?
Sadistic
type of person. I don't think he's that type of person. He just got tired of everyone telling him, this is what's going to happen to you when you die because of blah, blah, blah. And he went out there and said, F you guys. All right, I'm going to do something that's going to piss you guys off, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think he's wrong for the shoe part. Like, you can't, if you're going to do that, you got to make your own shoe. It's not difficult to do when you have that amount of money. If what's his name, Yeezy, can make a shoe, even though he was with Adidas for a while, right? He's not with Adidas no more.
Yeah. He's actually putting out some new Nikes. His retroing his Nikes soon.
Oh, really? Because originally he was with Nike. Originally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's putting those out.
Oh, really?
Those OG ones. Yeah. But everyone who has them, sell them now.
That's not through Nike though, right? He's just making them. It is through Nike.
Nike's reissuing the old ones. So anyone who has them now, I know this is off of the topic. Anyone who has them now should probably sell, because the value is going to go down if they use the same exact colorway. If they use a different colorway, your shoes are safe. But if they,
I don't know about that, because
that's a lot of money.
Like the Kobe Grinch, which I tried to get them for years. I got bamboozled for multiple pairs. They re-released those and they're selling again at $600. And I was like, dude, I thought with the re-release they'd be super cheap. How the hell are you valuing them as if they're not rare anymore? You could I don't know. So who knows? Maybe.
And just going back to the Lil Nas X thing real quick, and Chris, I don't know if you kind of thought of this as well, but since I kind of opened up that Robinhood app, I kind of thought maybe the stock might fall the way that it fell during the whole Kaepernick situation.
Yeah.
So I bought a whole bunch of the Nike stuff, and it was low at the time, and it didn't skyrocket up that much.
Oh yeah.
I think it's starting to go back up to normal now. It fell like about like $10 to $15, almost $20. And
oh wow, that's good.
Really?
That's good.
$20 on it, yeah. But I don't have much. I only have like $500 in there right now.
Oh yeah.
And I made a profit of like $42 right now off of it.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I just kind of thought of that because I kind of. And I know it's two completely different situations, but I kind of related it to what happened to the stock when Kaepernick came out with that message, and then I think the Nike stock fell to like almost like $80 or $90,
skyrocketed,
and then it skyrocketed all the way up to like 180, and I think right now it's like at 145 or
40. Yeah, we're around there. Yeah. No,
okay.
I didn't think of capitalizing on the blood shoe. No.
Well, I probably would make more money buying that damn shoe and then selling it.
You would, but I would feel bad doing it. Like, I don't know, it would hurt my heart. Me personally, it would hurt my heart. Like,
you know what? You know what bothered me the most? I did a Nike custom of a KD. Remember, Ben? Same colorway, the black with the red in the tube. So it's like, that's not even original. I made a shoe like that.
You customized it online?
Yeah, the shoe doesn't even look original. It's just all red with like a black bottom. It's not nothing special.
It's an Air Max. It's a regular Air Max. Yeah.
They just basically put letters on the shoe and then put a little crucifix thing or whatever on the front of it. It's like, and that's all you got, and then say that there's human blood in it.
You don't think there's real human blood? You think it's fake?
Okay, they probably got some goat blood at the store or whatever.
Like, it's human blood.
They say, man. Blood, you can say anything. I don't believe them. I don't believe it's a gimmick.
I don't put it past them, to be honest with you.
I put it past them. You can't access human blood like that.
And then what happens when you wear out the soul so much that you break the Air Max pop, and then you got hepatitis.
Okay.
Hepatitis running in the streets.
Bleeding out the bottom.
But you guys know what happens. It'll oxidization and all this other stuff.
I'm just
it's like
kidding.
it's gonna dry.
We're just messing with each other.
It's gonna
don't mess with shoes, bro.
So the shoe's gonna scab? Is that what you're saying? The shoe's gonna scab?
Speaking of assholes, can we transition into Chet Hanks? You guys know anything about this guy?
Nah, what happened there?
I know he tries to be a Jamaican rapper.
What?
Okay, so
I remember that.
Wait, what?
Chet Hanks is Tom Hanks's son, the other son.
Okay.
Not the actor that we all know.
Yeah.
The other son. And he said in the video, it was hilarious. He said it was gonna be there's two videos. First video, white boy summer. This is our year. It's gonna be a white boy summer. And he's bragging about it. I thought it was hilarious. I started sending it to friends and whatnot. A few days later, he's posting another live feed, and he just got abused by his black girlfriend who hit him and cut him, and he's bleeding from his face. She cut me. I'm bleeding.
What?
But it's online. Dude, he's so funny. No,
Gotta watch.
I don't know. How did you not see this?
Have
you seen, which one did you see, Ben?
I just remember him a couple of years ago. He was trying to be like a rapper, but he would like rap in like a Jamaican accent, and it was freaking hilarious. One of the funniest things I ever seen. But I
remember.
I saw the video about the white boy summer thing, but I didn't see the whole get cut by his girlfriend.
That was like last week. So he has a very he wasn't talking about all white people. He's talking about a specific type. He threw out names like Jack Harlow and John B. So he meant like the cool with black people, like that energy, that vibe. Like not all of them, but just the ones who are like down to earth and like cool individuals. So he's like, it's our summer. And I'm just like, what? I was like, no. But just seeing him get busted on his head and like start bleeding from domestic violence, I just started laughing. It's like, well, I guess it's still the spring, so it's not his summer yet.
I'm looking at pictures here. He keeps posing as a badass. He's posing with guns, posing with his tats, trying to be some sort of freaking gangster right here in these pictures. I know nothing about it, so I haven't even seen the Caribbean thing. But as soon as we're done, I'm gonna watch all of it.
Yes, please do.
That makes me
so
sad,
entertaining,
man. Because I respect Tom Hanks so much. Like,
that's probably why Tom Hanks will only talk about the good son. But yeah, man, that's wild. Like, oh my god, I don't even know. No, but yeah, cool. I just wanted to get that out there because I had to let you guys know if you didn't even.
It reminded me of times when you got beat by your ex. You got busted up by your ex.
I got smacked during sex before, but that's all. It didn't.
You got smacked? Don't you mean the other way around?
No. No, it's not for kids. But at this point, if your kids under 18, just
tune out.
Move on.
Pause.
We're getting to the adult stuff.
Hit the pause button.
Should
I tell this here, or maybe this should be saved for like the?
It's whether you want it out there. It's whether you want it out there or not.
It happened to me, so I don't really care.
Should we tell people what we're drinking first? If you're drinking.
Oh yeah. We'll go through that, and then if they want to subscribe to our private, more intimate info, they could link into that because we're gonna have a different section for all the fun talk that's outside of this.
All right. So today I have a bottle of Firestone. Let me wait till the camera's gonna catch it. It's Firestone. It's a Sauvignon Blanc, and I got it as a gift, and I just opened it up this weekend because I did the Newport. You know those little electric boats in Newport, So I did that this weekend, and I busted this open, and I liked it so much that I kind of like stopped like putting it out there because I was like, dang, I think I want to drink this later at home. And
you
want to get it.
You can't bust it open all the time after you drink.
No, I can. Oh, I can. Thanks to
Okay.
our sponsors, Viagra. Like no,
No, it's Blue Chew. Blue Chew, bro. We're trying to get Blue Chew. Blue Chew.
Blue Chew. But no, it's pretty good to me. It's kind of like it's like a Chardonnay without the bubbles. It has an interesting taste to it. But I am a white.
We know.
I am a
We
white
could
girl fan too.
snip-
Yes, I am a white girl fan too. Yes, that is true.
We clip that part. Clip that part.
But yeah, so it's pretty darn good. So if you're a fan of white or Sauvignon, this is a Sauvignon Blanc, and it's pretty darn good, and it's a cheap wine because I actually looked it up. I think it's only like $11, so it's not that bad. But I like it, and I'm actually almost done. I'm gonna take the last sip right now. But yeah, what you got, Trevor?
Ben's drinking the finest water on this earth. Okay, so I've had this before, but not officially on this podcast. But Gikingan, I don't even know how to say it.
Gaikikan?
Yeah. So I got this at Smart and Final. It is a sake. So it was only $4.
You didn't even heat it up.
Smooth.
You didn't even heat it up. You didn't even heat it up.
I don't like heated. I like chilled or like.
Mm.
Heating it up is usually like nighttime type vibe for me, not during the day.
Heating it up.
I'd rather have it chill.
Vibe, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean to say at night you when you bring girls over you roast sushi? Do you roast sushi? Do you know how to roast sushi? I mean, you're the cook.
Oh, I have a sushi roller too. I actually have a musubi maker too.
Oh, really?
So I make musubi. I make sushi. I also recently bought one to make empanadas.
Okay.
But I could also make dumplings. It depends, you cook it different, you use different materials.
Are you good? Because sushi is an art. Like it's an art, like getting the rice right and all that. Like...
And I'm an artist.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
no, what am I supposed to say? I have no argument there.
Yeah, I like something enough. I try to learn how to make certain things. So I'm not the best at anything, but I could do a lot of things, and I make a lot of things.
Okay.
Check out my Instagram if you want to see what I cook, because I do cook frequently.
Well, let's go ahead and put that at the bottom of the link below. We'll put his Instagram handle. We'll also put Ben's Instagram handle. If you want to know anything about sports, Ben is your guy. He gives you your picks. He writes articles. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you write?
Yeah, I haven't done one in a while, but yeah, I did a couple articles for a website called the Betting Predators. They have a lot more stuff. There's some guys on there that they come on Fox Radio and talk about over-unders, point spreads, everything that had to go with college basketball. They're going to start getting into baseball pretty soon, and their best season and my favorite season is always going to be football season. So they're going to do a lot of stuff on the draft coming up, and it's called the Betting Predators website. Just started back in, I want to say October, November, and get some pretty good writers on that website. I'm more part-time, where those other guys are definitely more full-time on it.
Cool. So if you want to know more about sports, that's Ben. If you want to know art, we'll put those handles down below. Thank you for watching. Tune in next week because we are going to watch Godzilla versus Kong again, so we can talk about this to Ben. So This is Public Diversion. Thank you for tuning in this week, and we'll see you next time.
Adios.